Last season, we won the league, and we're in the Premier League. So, with a new transfer strategy that I explained at the end of last episode, signing youth and younger players, maybe signing 4 over 25 players at a time per season, can we take this squad to survive in the Premier League? Well, we're not actually going to make many transfers and kind of stick around with the main squad. But I do admit that might be a bit of a shock for most players, because they normally buy and sell they buy all these new players and sell all the old ones. I'm not that sort of person. But we are technically the 7th best side in the league. So, and this is in the Championship. So, in the Premier League, can we take that 7th best side in the Championship and survive? That is the main question. Can we survive? Well, let's get into it, shall we? Hello everybody, I'm Matthew Wilson and so welcome back to another episode of the FM 26 Beats, a weird Derby County. We do it every single year since I started YouTube on this channel. Not YouTube permanently, but YouTube on this channel with Football Manager content. No, not first Football Manager content I made. But yeah, this season we've been given £31.5 million spend and £151,000 in the wages. It's not much, but again we're going for the younger players, maybe get some older players on loan as well, and get some free transfers in that maybe don't count the whole 4 players over 25 at all. I'm not sure, we'll figure out how it goes. Most money we've been given. The finances, might I add, are in the rocks. Well, they're up now, but earlier they were as low as minus 20, and now we're about, 20 million, so yeah, we're getting 41 million in the income, and earlier on we were minus 20, so it could have been more money if we had better finances. By the way, I don't know if this is a bug, so if you have been having this problem, please tell me and we can all report it to SI. But I started this save with zero coaching badges, 0 reputation, and the only thing I had on helps me is that I am an amateur commentator, because I do amateur commentator in a football management game. So I thought, hey, I might as well do that. But yeah. I talk about football at an amateur status, so that was commentator amateur. But I noticed badges, and apparently I managed to get a Continental C license, managed to get my Continental B license, but whenever I asked to start a coaching course and it says acknowledge and move on, the board come back to me and say don't waste my time with this. So I don't know if it's a glitch in the game and it's a bug that has to be reported, or if it's just this board being bad, because I was getting it under David Klaus, but I wasn't getting under this board. And the thing is, I'm allowed to give all the stuff trim badges, but not this guy, not for me. So yeah, I don't know if it's a bug, so tell me if you are experiencing that in the comment section down below. But we've got £30 million to spend. What can we do in the transfer window? Now, first off, I've got a glitch with this save. I noticed it in the next season we do, which will be next episode and probably the last in one season episodes, because it'll be the end of the beta probably. But for some reason it's not letting me show 27, 28, and when it goes into 29, 30, it also doesn't let me show 28, 29. So I kind of got who was signed in before the new season, because it has been a couple of days since I did it. And also it's saying these things where it's not saying where they come from. Yeah, I don't understand it. The game's glitched out like mad. But yeah, we go to people that left. It's not 4 people, because I think some people left earlier on and I completely forgot who have gone or who have stayed. Also, how do you check? You can lease players. I completely forgot about doing that. But yeah, we loaned out a load of people. Loaned out a load of people. We also ended up selling Ebru Adams, he was loaned out actually last season, towards the end of last season, I think. And yeah, Plymouth paid £1.4 million for him, and I think that's a good offer. And yeah, he's gone to them. He won't get game time this season in the Premier League. I liked how good he was last season in last year's game, or 2 years ago's game, with the FM25 update. He was so overpowered as Derby County, and he could play in the Premier League when we were still challenging for titles in the Prem. That's how good he was. He could play as a backup for that. But this season he's a bit on for downgrade, and yeah, that's why he went. We also ended up selling Ryan Nyambe. We didn't want to sell him, but Real Valladolid came in 4.6 million, and we actually couldn't register him anyway, because we just signed someone else. So yeah, he's gone for 4.6 million to Real Valladolid. I think we've stolen that transfer somehow, because he's not worth 4.6, and no way he's going to play regularly for Real Valladolid. So yeah. We also loaned out some loanees, but people that joined. So first one, Mafiko joined like it was guaranteed. This was signed in by Direct Football last season. Marcel comes in as our new choice centre-back. Fortunately, I think he has picked up an injury recently, and he's out for a few months. Jankot Yilmaz comes in as our backup goalkeeper, and he's 3.5 star as a backup goalkeeper. That's how good his Zetstrom is. You can't replace a 3.5 star backup goalkeeper. I mean, Yilmaz can't play as the main choice, and he's 2.5 star. That's how good Zetstrom is at 4 star. But we've got two really good centre back. We've got two really good goalkeepers now. We also brought in this guy, Talal Hadji, comes in on a free transfer. He's now been loaned out to Jan Regensburg in the Bundesliga 2. We also brought in Jaden Danz, which was actually my signing. We needed a striker who could just do a decent job for this season, and if we stay up, try and get him in permanently if he does decently. We couldn't afford him permanently, and he didn't want to join permanently, so we got him on loan from Liverpool. We also brought in Kim Ren, Kim Ren, like Ren's Kitchens, I would assume. That must be where it comes from. Anyway, Kim Ren, 1.5 star current ability, 3.5 star potential ability. He's actually played a few times for us already this season, not done too badly, but because we couldn't loan him out, and I thought, I'm not wasting him now, I may as well play him, so I've played him a few times. He's not done too badly, like I said. Andre Almeida comes in as another option on loan from Mainz. Gutierrez comes in from Guadalajara, just another option. He's not played the game yet, but he's backup of a backup, really, is DM. Whitehead comes in just as a youngster, getting the new gen youngsters coming in now. Unai Gomez comes in. Now, if he plays 25 games, we sign him permanently. He's an AMC and also midfield. He's played 4 times so far, so he needs 21 more games and only signs permanently. So even if we get relegated, well, if we stay up, I'm going to try and not buy him. But if we get relegated, I'll be playing him, or it looks like we're getting relegated, I'll be playing him all the time, just to make him sign for it. And João Vitor comes in just as youngster. He's been now loaned out to Kings Lynn. Zachary Ethkane comes in on loan as our backup right back. After Nyambe left, we needed a right back, so he comes in. And yeah, he actually has a minimum fee release clause of 3.3 million, an optional one. And I thought if we get the money for into the new season, into January, I will sign him depending on how good he is. So far, it looks like we might sign him. Jaro Moanya comes in as our Angolan midfielder through transfer. Trying to loan him out, but no one's biting the bullet. But he's got a load of potential. I actually gave him an ESC slot because he's got so much potential. Whether that'll come to bite me back, I don't know. But hey, we'll figure it out. But how's it doing so far? Well, he's doing averagely. 6 games, we've got 5 points. Yeah, not the best. If we go to the friendlies, we haven't played any friendlies for some reason. You just play hardly any friendlies. I get my assistant to arrange them, so I don't know why you hardly played any. The first 2 games, we actually got a draw against Chelsea and Brighton. I would take that. We then beat Wolves 5-1 in the EFL Cup. How good is that? Before losing to Liverpool in the league, losing to Tottenham in the next round of the EFL Cup. Probably expected those 2 games. Lost to Newcastle. I'm expecting to draw with them if we got a draw with Chelsea and Brighton, but hey. And we lost to Everton. I would expect to win there. However, we did beat Southampton, who are our promoted side, and that win alongside the draws we picked up from Brighton and Chelsea gives us 5 points. It's not that bad, but it could be a lot better. Into January we went, and we actually got given more money to spend, so that's quite good. So obviously we did spend it, and we fully focused on youth players in the second half of the window. But yeah, into the January window, we only loaned out people, but people that joined us in January. Well, first off, we made the Athikame signing permanently, so he's joined us as a backup right wing back, and we also brought in Michael Franco from Hellas Verona, 2-star current ability, 5-star potential. He looks like he's going to be so good at only £2 million. How good is that? Another younger player we signed was Nicholas Azambuja as our striker, and he can also play AMC, he can also play midfield, and he can also kind of play right winger, which he does end up getting trained to be there as well. And then we signed Mika Barra, another younger player. Yeah, he's decent, and we also brought in Adiche Ogbello because we needed another option at DM, and yeah, he came in and he's not done too badly at all. And if we get relegated, because his contract ends at the end of the season with Napoli, I'll be trying to sign him permanently in the Championship, but only if we get relegated, because it's looking like we're getting relegated. Quick look at the people that were loaned out, because a few people were loaned out that were in the main team. So Chet Conde has gone to Malaga, Armstrong went to Paris FC, Gino Infantino went to San Lorenzo. Yeah, so some people that were in the main team that weren't playing wanted to leave, and we were happy to loan them out. Hopefully they'll get permanent moves into next season if we do stay up. Otherwise we'll hopefully be using the next season in the Championship, because how it's going is awfully. It really is going awfully. Look at those results. I don't want to go over them because they're that bad. And in the Premier League, it does actually say as rock bottom, 15 points out of 25 games. Oh boy, yeah, I don't know what I've done. I don't think, because I haven't signed the bigger players, I've relied on the youth, and I didn't even do the youth in the first half of the transfer window. I kind of forgot, but in the second half I really dealt down with it. But yeah, it's bad. If we go to the transfer window, the tactics, it's actually gotten so bad I'm using custom tactics. We use this one, Aston Villa underdog. Not because it was Aston Villa, but because it was underdog and using against better sides. I used it in 2 games. We lost 3-0 and 4-0. So yeah, that happens to that tactic. And the other tactic is this one, and it is FMDNA, who I know quite well, does good tactics. I've showcased some of his tactics in FM24 before with Tactical Masterclass. That won't be coming back for this season. It'll be coming back next year, hopefully, when international management's added for the FM27, but for FM26 it's just not happening. But Nitwit will be sticking around, so don't worry about that. It'll be appearing soon. That's all I can say. it's not doing that good a tactic either, so I'm thinking of going again for different tactics. Custom ones that I've made, not custom ones I'm getting downloading off. Feels a bit cheaty to try and force yourself to stay up by using overpowered meta tactics. So I'm going to try and do it myself, I think, but I might well fail, because every single start of FM cycle, every single game cycle at the start, I think you've got a good tactic. Then I get promoted with Derby, and it goes to pot, and at least in the Premier, when I'm in the Premier League, and or with other tactics, I think, oh, I've got a good tactic here. Then I haven't. The only time I hasn't done that is when I'm in FM24, where I had a good tactic from the start, because I got to the FA Cup final in first season with Derby County in League 1 last game. It's not going to happen this time. I'm still figuring out the tactics, that's all I can say. But hopefully we can stay up. I'm going to fight for our lives to stay up. I soon got rid of using those tactics that we downloaded off FM Scout. As you can see, the results not been good enough. We did turn it around in the end here. Then it went back to loss after loss after loss. And come the Fulham game, we only needed to lose 2 more games and we were relegated. And yeah, we beat Fulham, lost to Forest, and I changed tactics of the game for a reason I'm about to go into. And we ended up being Ipswich and Aston Villa, so that's really good there. But we only turned up well. I only changed tactic when we were relegated against Forest. But when Forest relegated us, my God, how bad is that? So I need to be sacked. I don't know how I'm still in the job. I really don't. But yeah, Derby County have been relegated. 19th in the end. Fulham and Southampton go down with us. In the end, it was quite close. If we'd have maybe used the tactic I used in the final 2 games of the season earlier, I just didn't want to. I had it planned. I had it training. I just didn't want to use it because I didn't know if it would do any good, and whether tactics that I knew did well, because I was using the ones that got us promoted in the first place, whether they would stick it and get us staying up again. And by the time we were relegated, I just decided, hell, we'll use experimentation for the next 2 games, and we ended up winning them. So we should have used this experimentation straight away. If we get promoted again, come next season, what I will be doing is, I think I'm going to get rid of all the players that aren't good enough for the Premier League, and just sign youngster after youngster and do the Forest strategy, but do it less expensive and more younger and inexperienced, but could get good. Maybe get some of the bigger players in as well, just as backup, or as the depth, or as team leader style. But yeah, I'm going to go on a whole different strategy if we get promoted in the next season. But it could well be 2 seasons, 3 seasons, 4 seasons, I don't know, because a lot of these players are now wanting to leave. Max Johnson wants to leave, all the players that we signed want to leave. Amas wants to leave, he was our best player again. So yeah, relegation. And if we go for the players, we just quick look at them just to see how they all did. Yeah, Zetstrom played the most. Yilmaz did play 2 times and did really well, but Zetstrom was our main goalkeeper. He's now unhappy and he has a £22 million release clause. You can see him leaving. I just hope Yilmaz doesn't get unhappy and he'll be our main choice for next season if Zetstrom does leave. Langas, he did decent actually for saying. Marcel did decently, he now wants to leave. Matt Clark hardly played, I'm going to keep him for next season, get rid of him the season after. Dalcar, I'm not sure, try and get rid of maybe. Athkane, he hardly played after we bought him, but if Max Johnson leaves next season, which he is wanting to leave because of the relegation, Arthur Kane will be our main choice. Harry Amas, brilliant. Like I said, he wants to leave. Franco played 2 times, like literally the final 3 games of the season. He did really well. However, he now wants to leave because of us getting relegated. Norton Davis as backup, but still did well. Eric Gutierrez hardly played as an option at midfield for our backup midfield position on loan. Mafiko did well, but he also wants to leave. Arcabello, did really well. I don't want to sign him because his contract runs out with Napoli next season at the end of the season, so I'm going to try and get him on the free transfer once that's all ready. Mika Bauer did really well. He also wants to leave. Scored 7 goals, got 4 assists. That's not bad for half a season transfer. Gomez is joining us permanently because I played him as many times as I could. Try and get him to join us permanently, and he has. He'll be a good addition for next season championship. Azambalja, he wasn't good. Maybe should have gone for a better striker. He was a bit younger. He was a bit more experienced. I mean, he's also wanting to leave. Backdim, hard to play, but hey. Then Garner, who's just dropped off massively, and I want to be selling him. Stafford Allen, who is one of our youth academy players. No, not youth academy player. We signed him in the first season from Bournemouth, I believe. And now he's turned into quite a decent player. However, he is unhappy because we didn't loan him out to Leeds United, who were onto the permanent deal after. I know it's like 950k. I'm like, I don't want to sell you one bit, so I'm just rejecting it. I didn't know he would get unhappy. And his contract runs out next season, so I don't know if you'll believe it. Stupid. Jesper Carlson did well when he did play, got 8 goals. I should have probably played him more often, but hey, I don't know if he is unhappy, wants to leave, I'm not sure. Oh, he is opting to keep his options open, so he might go. Cruz Allen, he did decently. He's gone down in credibility, but he also wants to leave for being relegated. Almeida, he hardly played from the start, but did well off the bench. Callum Lang hardly played. He will be leaving at the end of this window. At the end of this season, on a free. Svetlin was awful, and he's now really shown. I'm going to be trying to sell him. Ren actually played 11 times, and he was awful. I don't know why I played him so many times, but hey. He'll be loaned out next season. Cantero only played once, looking to sell. Jaden Dan's got 11 goals, 4 assists, not that bad. Though he will be leaving at the end of his contract, on loan contract, so we can't sign him because he's Premier League quality. He'll be in the championships. We need a new striker. Lejean Brown didn't play once. He is our backup. He was on loan earlier in the season, but he will be going at the end of the year. End of the season, I mean. Adrian Brewster was awful, and yeah, he'll be good for next season, but I won't be playing him as a regular player. But yeah, it was an awful season, just awful, absolutely awful, and we were well and truly beaten and relegated. If we go to the Premier League, Man City won the league in the end. Of course, we got relegated. Thankfully not at the bottom of the table. We got that position higher at the last day of the season because we won and Southampton lost. Thankfully, we got a better goal difference. No, thankfully, we scored more than Southampton, so we ended up not finishing bottom. Fulham were only a point ahead of us in 18th. West Ham and Ipswich got 38 and 39. So, 6 and 7 points ahead of us, so yeah. If we'd used this tactic earlier, it would have been better. I'll quickly show you the fact though. It's just completely I'm experimenting in this game now. But yeah, it's 2 attacking midfielders, and then out of possession, goes to wingers. So yeah, it works somehow in those final 2 games of the season where we got good wins against good sides. So yeah, maybe something to look at for next season. But yeah, been Matthew, also Summerhex. If you have enjoyed this video, like the video, subscribe to the channel as well for more F26 content. We've got this save continuing. I'm going to finish it when we've won the Champions League and the Premier League with Derby. Though I admit, come the main games release, it's going to be put on a back burner and not be as many uploads as it has been. Like 1 upload every 2 weeks maybe, or maybe 1 at the moment. If you're lucky, a week. Yeah, I want other series like the Journeyman coming back. I want challenge Journeymans like Omega Luke does and stuff. I'm also currently in the process of doing a London City Lionesses save. I'll get onto YouTube eventually while we're trying to win the Super League as well as the Champions League with them. I'm in season 2 currently, and it'll be 3 seasons per episode. I'm also currently doing the Chelsea rebuild, winning it with, and it has been a failure so far. I got sacked about halfway through the first season, so I just come out of the holiday and ended up managing the club Chelsea again with Nitwit again. So yeah, and it's got better in the second season. Whether the 3rd, 4th, 5th will be good, I don't know. You'll have to watch that. But anyway, I'm Matthew Wilson, so Hex, and I'll see you all next time. Hex, signing out. Bye, everybody.